Day. From NRG Stadium in Houston,
the winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked by Logan Wilson.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
On first down, Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And oh, he coughed it up.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Allen gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Stroud off the play fake.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Stroud to throw it.
Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. Touchdown! Michael Thomas from 19 yards away.
And the Texans are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now Lawrence. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Stroud out of the gun here. And he'll look downfield for Waller.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Texans. Darren Waller, 54 yards.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Another tote for Etienne.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 3. Lawrence will throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And that one on the rookie, Charles, maybe a little too overeager.
You know how many times we talk about the quarterback having to have a clock in his head and make sure the ball gets away before the rush gets there? When you're a pass rusher, you have to know when the ball is gone and make sure you don't hit the quarterback afterwards. I know he was trying to make a play, but that time he ends up drawing the flag.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off.
And this is going to be intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off.
And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. On 4th down on his Logan Cook to punt. On the return, here's Agnew. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
In motion right, that's Dell. 2nd and 10, here's Stroud.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
1st and 10, it's Stroud.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Will Anderson.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence trying for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route. So we are halfway. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes.
And this is going to be intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Lawrence. Under pressure, and down he goes. Will Anderson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Will Anderson,
2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
On the bootleg, Stroud. This to the outside, it's Sermon.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Running left is Sermon.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the 2nd half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a 2nd back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, it's Stroud.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Darren Waller, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Texans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and it is 28-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 18.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Up the middle, here's Sermon.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Stroud now on 2nd down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the option to give to Sermon here.
He's still barreling through. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
69 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, Waller, what a catch.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Takedown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Will Anderson, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Back to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Lawrence.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to.
There he goes, left side.
Down the left sideline. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Will Anderson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Stroud looking to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Willis. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
Escaping the pressure right. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and a couple. Stroud. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he whips that one in.